sikat na si Martin. Kasi sabi ko, bakit? Anong ginawa niya? Tapos meron na siyang mga memes. So sabi ko, rin sabihin itong mga memes na to.
Anong nangyari kasi, nagiinom kasi sila dun sa loob.
Okay.
So dahil ako yung in charge, lumabas ako. Tapos ang nakita ko, nasipa na.
As an overseas Filipino worker, you have to make sure nga na you know the rules, you know like what are the do's and don'ts in the country, at saka sa trabaho mo. Hoy, Teka.
Hoy, Teka! Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of
Hoy, Teka.
I'm Chef Martin,
I'm Cyra.
and we are
Overseas Filipino parents,
rediscovering life
rediscovering love, ourselves, making parenting work one day at a time.
Ang topic natin ngayon ay about work hazard. Yan.
Work hazard.
Work hazard. Lalo na sa mga OFW.
Magkaiba ba ito para sa mga OFW? Is it different in the Philippines and in the other countries? Diba?
Ano kasi, yung mga iba-iba kasi dito sa iba-iba yung mga batas din pagdating dito sa Pinas, 'di ba, may labor. Dito din naman meron sa MOM nga. Kaso nga lang may iba-iba silang iba-ibang parang magkaibang batas. Kagaya dun sa Pilipinas, lalo na ako na nagtatrabaho ako sa bar, 'di ba? May mga instances na may mga nagkakagulo, 'di ba? O may mga lasing or ganyan.
Okay, let's define job hazard first.
Oh, sige.
Okay. So, sabi nila, job hazard is basically anything that can potentially cause you harm. In the workplace. Diba? So, slippery floor, ganyan. So, job hazard yun. But, if you remember, this is also used in a day-to-day conversation. Madalas joke, diba? So, parang anything that is annoying, but you're aware of it.
Ang daming job hazard sa trabaho ko.
Kunwari siya, bilang isa siyang chef, di ba? So, lagi kong joke na, oh, you're perpetually garlic smelling.
Ay, ikaw yun.
Ako ba?
Hindi ako yun, ikaw yun. Yung amoy mo, yan. Kasi hindi may iwasan.
Lagi ka nasa kusina, hanggang sa yung buhok mo, yung pants mo.
Yung
or
paa mo.
Minsan may joke pa kami na, parating na siya, naamoy na namin siya. Tapos, kunwari sa akin, naalala mo nung wedding natin, comedy, nung wedding natin, dahil yung caterer natin yung magde-design ng buong venue, parang hindi magkagulo, para alam niya yung expectations namin, I created a PowerPoint presentation. Tapos pinresent ko sa kanila in one of the meetings. Tapos gulat na gulat yung friend ko na dating nag-work dito sa Singapore. Sabi niya, halatang account manager galing sa Singapore ay kakasal. Tapos parang nagtawa yung mga caterer. Tapos tinanong niya, sabi niya, na-experience niyo na ba tong ganito? Sabi niya, meron naman pong medyo maselan. Tapos na-explain lahat, ganyan. Pero hindi pa po kami naka-experience ng PowerPoint presentation. Tapos talagang detailed, parang this is the problem, this is the solution, ganyan. Tapos this is the look and feel. Tapos sabi niya, job hazard. So it's one of the job hazard, diba? Another thing na naisip ko. Yung bumili tayo ng condo, okay? Tapos, dahil sales yung role ko, I'm a sales manager. After sales, I was asking something. I was asking like, okay, so who do we talk to about this? Parang paano yung turnover, ano yung mga kailangang ihanda, ganyan. Kasi nung dating first turnover ng condo, nalala mo, meron tayong binayaran na wala namang sinabi yung agent. Na parang nabanggit siguro ng agent, but it really slipped our mind and we didn't expected na ganun kamahal. Tapos ang sabi nung salesperson, okay lang yan, tanong ko si ganyan, dahil kausapin ko si ganito, bigay ko si ganyan. Tapos ako parang, I have one question. Ang question ko lang is, bigay mo sa akin yung requirements. Pero ang dami-dami, dahil siguro hindi niya alam yung requirements, ang dami-dami niya sinabi, dinala niya kung iba-ibang tao dun sa conversation. So job hazard again, because if I were her, iba yung mga responses ko, diba? I would say na, yun. So, parang dahil self-aware naman ako, pinigilan ko yung sarili ko na mainis. and then, yun, tinuloy-tuloy. So, that's a sample of job hazard in a more like jokingly way, like slang way. Pero sa inyo...
Sa amin kasi hindi. Kasi sa amin, more on physical work kami. So, ang job hazard sa amin, kasi sa loob ng kusina, slippery floor, tapos yung sharp object, hot surfaces, yan, mga job hazard yun. Tapos fire, usually fire.
Lagi ka may fire.
Nung nangyari sa amin last year, hindi naman siya fire. Ang nangyari sa kanya kung natuloy at hindi naagapan, fire siya. So yun yung mga bagay na mahirap job hazard dun sa side ko, sa loob ng kusina. Tapos may mga job hazard din kami sa labas sa floor naman kasi I'm running a bistro, di ba? Ang mga job hazard namin, syempre, yung mga away, basag na bubog. Usually, pag mga ganon, dito kasi sa Singapore,
Oh, wait. Naalala ko. Speaking of that job hazard na sa labas at away, recently, ang dami pong message sa akin. Daming messages ng mga tao. So, ate, Sai, sikat na si Martin. Kasi ako, bakit? Anong ginawa niya? Tapos, meron na siyang mga meme. So, sabi ko rin nagsabihin itong mga memes na to. Tapos, yun pala, umawat siya sa isang away doon sa labas ng bistro. Pero, nakakatawa kasi iba-iba yung angle na nakita ko.
Oo, kasi, anong nangyari kasi, nagiinom kasi sila dun sa loob. So, guest namin sila. Pero hindi ko alam kung ano yung naging pagtatalo nila. So, nalaman ko na lang dun sa mga video. Pero nung nag-aaway, wala ako dun. So, may message lang ako ni Gilbert, boss. Ang sabi niya, may nag-aaway sa labas.
Okay.
So, dahil ako yung in charge, lumabas ako. Tapos, ang nakita ko, nasipa na. That's the time na inawat ko yung customer. Nagkataon lang naman na kilala ko yung dalawa. Kasi regular customer ko sila. So, mabuti na lang nandun ako kasi wala nang pinakikinggan yung lalaki. So, dahil kilala ko siya, andun pa rin yung respeto, naawat ko.
Kasi baka hindi mo siya bigyan ng table.
Oo. yun yung mga bagay na...
sabi nila ate, ang nakakaawa talaga sa sitwasyong yun, hindi yung sinipa at yung kundi yung umawat kasi hirap na hirap siya. But,
kasi parang dalawang beses yun eh. Tapos umalis na sila, pinaalis ko na sila. Nagkataon, bumalik ulit. Tapos yung nangyari nun, yung awat na nakita nandun ako na umaawat. Kasi, iba na yung inaaway ng lalaki. Parang kaibigan na ng babae. So wala akong ibang choice kundi umawat. Kasi papasok na dun sa amin eh. So, kailangan ko na silang awatin. Tapos, may dumating naman mga security guard. Ang problema kasi, hindi na talaga maawat yung lalaki. Wala na siyang kilala.
So, in the benefit of our Singaporean friends, don't worry. He's fine. He just really didn't, instinct.
Hindi, kasi parang, nangyari sa akin kasi, papasok na sila sa loob eh.
Oh, okay.
Ang sa akin lang kasi, pag nangyari yun sa loob, at may pulis na napunta sa loob, maapektuhan yung negosyo.
Okay.
At the same time, magkakaroon ako ng warning. At pag parating may pulis sa loob at tumatawag ng pulis at ang sinasabi bodega, pwedeng i-revoke yung license namin.
Oh.
So, yun yung mga bagay na
job hazard.
Na piniprevent ko.
Okay.
Kasi pag hindi, mawawalan kami ng negosyo.
Got it. Wow, ang caring mo naman.
Siyempre.
Pero, I think, natural yan sa mga Pilipino.
Oo.
Na ganun.
Yung wala na yun sa wala na yun sa job description mo eh.
Oo, correct.
Di ba? Pero, siyempre, you go beyond your
scope.
duty.
Wow.
Di ba?
I'm so proud
Ganun
of
ang Filipino
you.
eh.
I'm so proud of you. So, this is a request, diba, from some Singaporean friends. Sabi nila, speak in English when you talk about it, when you talk in your podcast, ganyan. So, in the benefit of our Singaporean friends. So, what happened was, during that very eventful night, was he didn't know that there was this commotion.
Yeah.
And then his boss called him up, and to prevent things to happen inside his bar, like in the vicinity of the business, he tried to stop the fight, like outside the bistro, because if not, there's a possibility that their licenses will be revoked, and then the police will come, and then they will see that they're the usual suspect when it comes to like fights in Singapore. So he's very careful about it. He really wanted to mitigate the situation, like from
as much as
possible, as
Yes.
early as possible. Okay, I'm so proud of you, Dad. But have you thought?
Good thing I know some Tai Chi.
Yeah. Wow. But have you thought of your family when that was happening? The moment I saw that video, I was like, wow. Did he even think that he can be arrested in this situation? And
Good
maybe
thing I
that we
never
can.
push him because now the threshold, they bring down the threshold. Last time they can, you can do self-defense. Now, if you push the guy or you have a little bit of commotion, it will be fighting also.
Wow.
Inside, yeah.
So it's totally different in
Yes,
Singapore.
yeah.
So when you're working in F&B or actually when you're working in Singapore, anywhere, and you get into a fight, you have to be very careful because in the Philippines, if that happens, it's considered as self-defense. And
Here is different.
you're okay.
There's no self-defense anymore.
Wow, wow.
Yeah.
No, but of course, definitely, it's different it's in a more serious situation, diba? More serious cases, like somebody really got hurt or anything. But in
Because
this
they will
case,
review the CCTV. So both parties, they will bring you down to the headquarters. They will detain you. Then after that, they will investigate the crime, or they will gather some videos for evidence. Then after that, they will ask you to pay the fine or the bail. Then after that, they will collect your passport. It's very troublesome. They will keep the
Got it.
passport
They will
until
keep-
the investigation is finished.
done.
Yeah, it's done. Yeah.
Oh, wow, and it can take months.
You know,
and years.
my friend, it takes years.
Wow.
Just so you cannot fly. So if you want to go back to the Philippines, or if something happened, you cannot fly because
They have your
they
passport
had your passport.
because you're part of the investigation.
Yes.
Oh my God! And you just actually stopped the the fight. You were just trying to mitigate the situation. Wow, wow. Have you thought of that? I mean,
Yeah, that's why I'm not pushing him. I'm very calm. As you can see in the video, I am very calm.
oh, but
But I'm very calm.
yeah.
So I
yes,
still know
yes.
what I'm doing.
Oh, okay. Pero you were quick in your mind, ah. Wait, you quick on your feet. You think quickly, because kasi
I think I just get used to it.
true. Kasi it's there's so many people. It was so loud. Like people usually will panic in those kind of situation. But when I saw the video, I was like, oh, surprised. Like he's very calm. I think your kids actually help, no? For you to
Yeah.
get used to it. Like, yo, somebody, daddy, daddy, hi, daddy, daddy. Yeah, so you probably got used to the loudness. I'm impressed. Okay, so but I think that's a job hazard.
Yeah, that's one of the job
one of the
hazard.
job hazards. And that's how different working in other country is. Parang I was having this conversation with my cousin. Tapos napagkwentuhan din namin na racism is actually everywhere. I was browsing through TikTok the other day, and you know how Filipinos are a lot of us are actually nurses and domestic helpers, right? I mean, that's something that we are actually really proud of, because that means that Filipinos are very caring, very service-oriented. And that's also the reason why you can see in a lot of restaurants, like the managers are Filipinos. One of my friends just came back from Spain, and she was telling me, oh my God, everywhere I go in Spain, like Filipinos are the servers. Oh, and she went to Paris. When she went to Paris, the sales manager was a Filipino. She grew up there, and oh no, it was a he. He grew up there, and he was very handsome. And he was telling my friend that, oh yes, I'm a Filipino. I just grew up here, so my accent is different, etc. So in short, Filipinos are very service oriented, and very caring. Naalala mo si ate, she always have like a what's that Golden Heart Award.
Yeah, my
Yan.
sister.
Sister-in-law ko. So yung conversation namin ng cousin ko, we're saying that racism, all those labels about your country, and the stereotypes about
Those stereotypes
people,
are
it's always
always
gonna be
there.
there. And it's something that you
Filipino stereotyping another Filipino.
oh yeah,
Mostly
that's,
here, it's happening here.
yes, and that's worse.
Yeah,
Actually,
yeah.
Filipino to Filipino. So, if other countries, you will understand. But I mean, this is something that you saw, like when you're working in outside when you're working in the Philippines, you will never think of it.
Yeah.
You will just like, of course, be yourself. But in other countries, yes, you will be paid like a little bit higher. You'll have like other opportunities. But these are things that we have to really live with, right? And of course, we have to be more responsible. Katulad ng, like what you mentioned, the job hazard. It's really different. Like the rules in the country where you're in is definitely different in the
Yeah,
Philippines.
because they have their own rules here, like what I've said earlier. If your job description is in black and white, then your boss asks you to do something, and you get injured doing that. Maybe this is just a scenario. Maybe they will not give you or they will not grant you the insurance that you have because it's not part of your job.
Not part of the job
And you
scope.
cannot claim anything. So for example, you're in the kitchen side, or you're just doing some prep. That's your job, and it's in your job description. Then suddenly someone asks you to change the light, or the change some wires, and you got electrocuted. I don't think that they will. Of course, they will. They will say that. Oh, I never asked him to do that.
Yes, yes.
Because it's not part of your job description.
I think in other countries then they can do moonlighting, or they can do like multiple jobs.
Yeah.
Right? But in Singapore, you cannot.
You cannot.
Whatever the government has granted you to do, kung ano lang yung binigay sa inyong work, yun lang yung pwede niyong gawin. That's why, kung mapapansin niyo, maraming Filipino yung parang sinasabi na, oh, you can do this, racket kayo sa agency namin, tapos kami sa ad agency, racket ka sa agency namin, ito lang yung gagawin mo, ito lang yung gagawin mo. So we can't do that.
Yeah.
Maraming nag-a-attempt.
I think sa Hong Kong, sa Hong Kong ba pwede?
Hindi ko alam eh.
Yeah.
Pero, like European countries.
Yeah, they can do it.
I think
Yeah,
they can
yeah.
do multiple. US din,
Yeah.
diba? US.
They can clean they can do cleaners.
So, iba-ibang job. And I think because in other countries then, they're paid per hour.
Yeah.
Diba? Dito naman, it's not really per hour, no? Parang,
Per contract.
Per contract.
For example, the contract said per month, or some of them, they are being paid per 15 and 30, half of the month. But usually, when you go to MOM, you will see the calculation there is
Per hour.
per month.
Per month.
Per month.
Yun. So, kaya, siguro ganun, that's the difference. If it's per hour, then they can just decide, oh, I only work at this, kulang pa, alam mo yun.
No, in fairness naman sa MOM, they also put there per hour, but per week.
Oo. Basta hindi siya yung talagang...
Pero hindi talaga pwede yung
highlighted.
yung moonlighting. Na kung ano lang yung trabaho mo, yun lang talaga. Kasi once na they cut you, they will send you back.
Oo, yun. So that's why like we're very careful. Parang no matter what, even if like we can technically do consulting or like work with other companies, we don't do it because we have to think of like what really matters to us.
Yeah.
Is it matter to us to get more money or to keep our jobs?
Tsaka may ano dito, kung malalaman nyo sa mga kontrata ng usually mga DH, inclusion nun sa kontrata nila, hindi sila pwedeng magjowa. Or mag-boyfriend.
Yeah, that's a question. Is it a job hazard?
I think so. Kasi tingnan mo yung nangyari dun sa last. Kasi DH yun may jowa siya, di ba? Ngayon, nagka-problema sila, nag-away sila. Ngayon, hindi makaka-function yung babae. Kasi nga, nagkaroon siya ng kaso.
Oo. Tapos, syempre, physically assaulted din siya.
Pero I think, may problema din siya. Kasi kung nakalagay yun dun sa kontrata niya, dapat sinunod niya.
Bakit naman wala sa kontrata na?
Hindi natin alam.
Oo.
Pero most of the contract may nakalagay na bawal ang boy. Kasi binibrief sila ng agency.
Oo. I think meron talaga.
Tsaka lalo na yung may mga asawa. Bawal yan. Bawal.
Mag-interview ka pa
Kasi
ng maraming
ano sila,
tao.
unang-una, pag may boyfriend sila at nabuntis sila, automatic pag nalaman, papauwiin sila.
Oo. So, may insurance kasi to cover.
May insurance din.
Oo. Na parang hindi covered yung pregnancy, yung mga ganyan. Kasi nung...
Hindi lang sa hindi lang sa mga DH natin Meron din sa mga F&B under ng work permit. So, yung mga naka-work permit dito, once na nabuntis ka, kasi wala yun sa insurance, hindi kasama sa insurance, hindi kasama sa nila kontrata. Once na nabuntis ka, tatanggalin ka nila, nalaman na buntis ka, tatanggalin ka talaga nila, papauwiin ka na. Yung mga ganon.
Okay. I think it's really important for us to check the contract Tsaka be very clear with your employer
Yes.
on what's
Buti lang ako hindi ako
allowed.
mabubuntis.
So, buti na lang ako mabubuntis. Buti na lang may maternity leave ako.
Ayun ang nakagandahan dito sa sa Singapore kasi dumadaan naman sa namin, sa MOM naman. So, kailangan mo lang bisitahin yung MOM website. Tapos doon mo lang makikita yung kung tama yung kontrata, kung ano yung nakapaloob.
Oo, correct. Actually,
Very clear naman doon sa site nila.
I think that's also the reason why a lot of the Filipinos are here are very strong-willed. Marami nga akong kakilala, they don't prefer employing a Filipino domestic helper.
Yes.
Bukod sa mahal, mas mahal tayo.
Pinaka-mahal.
Pinaka-mahal, diba?
Yes, pinaka-mahal ang
compared to other nationalities.
Yes.
Matapang tayo.
Because you know your rights.
Yeah.
So, aral na sila.
So, aral na. And marami tayong dito what you call that? Agency. Tapos yung agencies, they're really guiding the Filipino domestic helpers about their rights. And syempre, alam nila, kahit nga nag-away si domestic helper at si agency, meron silang matapang sila kasi sabi nila, yung Ministry of Manpower, yung MOM, sasabihin ko yan kay MOM. Alam mo yun? So, si MOM naman talagang nag-check siya. If you remember that.
Lagi sila.
For me, they sent an email para kay ate. They sent an email para daw yung routine check. Tapos, dun sa interview, I have to be away. I have to step out or go to the room so that I won't listen to the conversation. Tapos, tinanong ko si ate, anong tinanong sa'yo? So, sabi niya, usual routine lang po. Kasi before ka mag-employ ng domestic helper, you have to go through a training, parang a workshop, ganyan. Tapos, online lang naman, pero kailangan you make sure that you understand the entire thing. So, kunwari yung paglilinis dun sa bintana, kailangan, bawal yun, bawal ito.
O yung mga work hazard din yun.
Nila. So, tapos kunwari yung one of my friends, remember, they are not approved of having a domestic helper because in the house, there were two families. Yes. So, bawal din yun. Bawal yung kinukuha si helper dito sa bahay na to, tapos tutulong pa siya doon sa isang bahay, diba?
Bawal.
Oo, bawal. So, yung
pero hindi ka rin mag-grant pag, halimbawa, ikaw lang mag-isa ka, siguro ka ng helper, hindi ka rin mag-grant.
Yun din, ang galing ng mga rules.
Kasi kailangan may anak ka,
or may matanda,
or may hayop.
Oo, yun.
Yung may mga aso.
Hindi rin po pwedeng, parang hindi mo naman kailangan ng helper, bakit ka hihingi? Ganyan. So, hindi rin siya ina-approve ng MOM. So, ang daming mga rules. So, si ate, nung in-interview siya, tinanong sa kanya yung, kunwari yung paglilinis, kung yung bag nasa job description, yun din ba yung ginagawa niya? How do they treat you? Did they feed you right? Alam mo yun, yung mga ganyan.
Yun din yung wala sa Pinas. Kasi sa Pinas, traditional na kasambahay. Kagaya nung hindi dumaan sa agency. Usually naman sa Pinas.
Nag-cellphone ka lang? Ganun ba yun?
Yung karaniwan naman sa Pinas kasi mga helper, di ba?
Friends of friends.
Minsan mag-anak, di ba? So, hindi talaga sila dumadaan sa agency.
Correct. So, hindi rin ka rin makapag-set. Depende sa'yo. Actually, mahirap na conversation yung
yes, kasi ang hirap
medyo mahabang conversation.
Kasi ang pagka-mag-anak, ang hirap ng boundaries.
Rules, So, but, in other countries, I'm pretty sure, especially the embassy, will always have support sa mga OFWs. But it's also important for you to know what are the rules in the country. Because you should be the one adapting.
Nabanggit mo yung embassy, di ba? Ang laki ng issue ngayon ng mga Pilipino din sa embassy dahil doon sa nangyari.
Oo.
So, sobrang ang daming. Pag nandun ka sa building na pinagtatrabaho ako, kasi mostly mga Pilipino nagsishop doon eh. Makakarinig ng, ginusto naman niya yung sa lalaki. Tapos, nung nagkaganon, tutulungan pa siya ng assistant. Ganon. Ang dami naman maltrato dito na hindi nila tinutulungan. Kailangan mo pang pumila. Sa Hong Kong, may mga maltrato, walang ginagawa. May mga bagay na ganon. Kailangan mo pa mag-viral bago ka tulungan. Ay, mga ganon, diba?
At yun na nga, yung mga talagang may namaltrato, dahil hindi naman sila viral and they don't have a chance to document it, then hindi sila nagkakaroon ng help.
Nakaalungkot ba?
I know. Yeah. So, I think for us overseas Filipino workers, we really have to know the rules of the country.
Yes.
And we have to remember that we are the one who's an alien in the country.
So, you need to follow the rules.
Minsan tayo pa yung mayabang na, kasi ganyan ka, ganyan.
Ito din yung hindi maintindihan ng ibang Pilipino dito. Pag pumasok kayo sa isang establishmento, lalo na sa loob ng mall, lalo na kagaya dun sa akin, may karapatan ang establishmento na hindi kayo papasukin.
Correct. At palabasin kayo.
At palabasin kayo kasi ito ay pribado.
Correct.
Hindi kasi may mga na-encounter ako, lalo mga Pilipino. Sobrang yabang dun sa hindi lang naman. Maraming may mga ibang lahi din yung parang entitled sila na magbabayad naman ako ganito.
Oo, parang customer is the king.
Yes. Dito ho, once na hindi na namin kayo pinapasok, it means hindi kayo pwede pumasok. Kasi pag nagpumilit kayo, ang kasunod na nun, police at security. Kasi kami, kagaya dun sa amin, kasi binaba na nga ang threshold, di ba? Like, what happened last Sunday? So, ito na naman incident. Last Sunday, may isa akong guest na pumasok, dumating, lasing na.
Okay.
So, ang ginawa niya, may kiosk ako bago. Bago pa yung kiosk ko. Ang ginawa niya, hindi daw gumagana. Si kiosk binuhat niya. Buong kiosk! Nabaklas! Di, ang ginawa, tinawag ako ni Ann. Tapos, nangangarag si Ann kasi nag-o-order pa siya eh. Sabi niya, Kuya, yung kiosk, binaklas niya, binuhat niya papunta dun sa kabila. Nag-o-order ako. Ayun, pinalabas ko, tinawag ko, kinausap ko. Sabi ko, bakit mo ginawa? Tapos, yung tao, kung ano-ano pinagsasabi, lasing nakamalakpak na. Tapos, na ako, pinuprovoke niya ako na may gawin akong masama. So, buti ngayon, may isa pa rin akong staff, si Marcos, nandun din. Ang ginawa niya, kinausap niya. Ganun din ang ginagawa niya.
Pinoprovoke niya.
Pinoprovoke niya si Marcos. Sabi ko, Marcos, pagod na ako, tumawag ka na ng polis. Tumawag na lang siya ng polis. Ang ginawa niya, sabi ko, bawal ka nang pumasok. Ang ginawa niya, pumasok pa rin siya. Ang ginawa niya, ng mga pulis, nandun ng mga pulis, pinalabas niya sa pulis, in-escortan na sila. Tapos ngayon, kinuha niya yung mga kinuha lahat ng information niya. Tapos, nakaban niya dun sa amin, hindi na siya pwede bumalik. At once na bumalik pa siya, at tumawag ulit ako ng pulis, di-detain na siya.
Okay, so it parang warning to.
Yung warning, yes.
Nung last week. Very interesting.
So, yun yung mga bagay na nangyayari dito sa Singapore na hindi ko alam na nangyayari sa Pinas. Kung pagtawag ng pulis, pag sinabi hindi na pwede, pag bumalik, ikukulong. Dito kasi, ang pinoprotektahan din nila ang negosyo.
Yeah, I think it's very known then that Singapore is pro-businesses then. Diba? They have a lot of grants. Tax is also very good.
Most of the time, ang grants nila umabot mga 30%, 40%.
So, I think yun, sa ating mga Pilipino, we have to really know, we have to be respectful. I think it's not just for Filipinos. For all of us, we have to respect each other. I mean, everybody just has a role to play in this entire community.
Ito ba din, may isa pa din kahapon, Pinoy din. Anong Sunday, Pinoy din siya. Ang sabi ko, bawal kasi outside food and outside drinks. Ngayon siya, may pinapasok siya. Pinapasok ko na, hindi ko na kinuha ng entrance. Sabi ko, iwanan nyo na lang yung food. Ngayon, ayaw nilang iwanan yung food. Tapos sabi ko, ma'am, may lagyan kami ng food, iwanan nyo na lang. Ayaw nila. Ngayon umalis, yung lalaki nagalit. Sabi niya, hindi naman kakainin eh. Sabi niya, sir, house rules. Sabi niya, hindi naman kakainin eh. Sabi niya, sir,
Pinoy to?
Pinoy. Ngayon sabi ko, sir, ako yung gumawa ng house rules, ako babali. Sabi ko, pag hindi sir pwede, ibig sabihin hindi pwede. Kasi hindi naman pwedeng pagbibigyan ko kayo tapos yung iba hindi. So, anong nangyari sa kanya, nagalit siya. Ngayon yung dalawang babae, yung isang lalaki, isang babae umalis. Tapos tinitingnan niya ako ng masama. Habang nandun siya, tinitingnan niya ako ng masama. So ako, syempre, as usual, business mode. So wala, hindi nakatingin lang ako. Nagtinitingnan ko lang yung area, kung anong kailangan. Tapos yung dalawa bumalik, nilapitan ako. Tapos pagbalik, pwede po bang pakiiwan? Sabi ko, sige, kunin mo na lang sa akin. Sabi ko, pwede naman po, wag lang ipapasok. Madali lang naman sana sundin yung mga house rules, di ba? Ang problema, pinapalaki nila.
Hindi kasi sa Pilipinas din tayo, magaling tayo mag-negotiate. Alam mo yun, kuya, okay lang ba po, ganyan-ganyan. So, nasanay siguro sa Pinas na ganun. Okay, bukod dun, yung nanggulo ko nung last week, Pinoy din? Yung kumuha ng buong...
Hindi, lokal.
Okay. Yeah.
So, ang mas matindi doon kasi, ipoprovoke ka. Tapos, ang gagawin sa'yo, anong nangyari kayo sa akin, alam niyo na Pilipino ako. Ngayon, parang i-degrade ka niya. Yun ang problema pag lokal naman. So, i-degrade ka niya. Hindi ka naman Singaporean.
Which I think is also the reason why they're provoking you because they can easily kick you out of the country.
Tapos, ang ginagawa niya, sabi niya, i-video kita, i-stamp ko to, ma-mothership ko to, ganito, ganyan. Sabi ko, go ahead, but I don't give you any permission to do that. If you do that, I will sue you. Sabi ko, because you're still inside my business.
My premises,
Tapos sabi niya, you tell me where's the boundary of your business. Then, let's go outside. Let's go outside. Keep on asking me to go outside. I dare you, let's go outside. And then, I'm not that stupid. I'm not that stupid. I'm just going to wait for the police to arrive.
Grabe, no? Siguro, grabe, kasi lasing na. You're dealing with a lot of lasing.
A lot.
Okay. Other kwento about job hazards.
Isa sa akin, usually ganun lang yung mga burns. Kasi this time naman kasi hindi na ako masyado lumilinya. So, ano na lang ako, supervising na lang ako sa floor tsaka sa kusina.
Nakakatawa si Kuya, yung kasi ka-work mo dati. Tapos pinakita niya sa akin yung kamay, nasunog yung kamay ko. Tapos ko, ano nangyari? Bakit ganyan?
Siguro, mga panahong, yung mga 6 years ago yan, madami pa akong ganyan. Most of the time, umuwi ako, may bandage, sunog ang kamay, diba?
Correct.
Kasi lumilinya, lalo na pag kulang ang manpower. So, yun yung mga, tapos may mga kasama ka pang mga hindi naman sanay sa kusina, biglang dadaan sa likod mo na may mga madadalang mainit, tapos hindi marunong magsabi. Marami akong experience sa mga ganun. Yun yung mga usually inside the kitchen.
I think isa pa rin yung
job hazard. Stress.
Oo. Tsaka yung minsan sa kusina, kasi kapag nag-aral ka talaga ng culinary, you know the nitty-gritty. Kunwari yung kapag dadaan ka, yung sinabi mo, you have to say, I'm
usually we say hot behind, sharp.
Hot behind, yung ganyan. Pinanood ko yung Bear, naalala mo? Ganon, may mga simple rules. Pero kapag hindi ka kasi,
so
sa
hindi mo alam
Pilipinas,
yung mga
iba
terms.
yung,
Lalo na kung hindi ko naman minamaliit yung mga dito nagsimulang magkusina. Pero usually yun kasi yung nakagis na namin na nagsimula. So para lang hindi magkaroon ng aksidente. So yun yung mga kahit sumigaw, hindi mo dadamdamin kasi ganun sa loob ng kusina.
Correct. Kasi parang ang daming moving parts
Yes.
So you have
Tsaka,
to keep on
maliit
moving.
ang walkway ng kusina kasi.
At wala ring, yun yung reason kung bakit wala kang upuan inside. Yes. 'Di ba? So, yun yung I think challenges ng mga Filipino, especially yung hindi nag-aral ng culinary tapos they have to do the job in the country kasi that's the job that is available, for example, and they decided to do it. Kasi ang dami rin ganun ang daming mga ganung sitwasyon and it's really hard.
Yung adjustment nun, ang hirap.
Oo, mahirap yung adjustment. Unless, magkaroon ka ng mga mababait na katrabahong Pilipino, tapos i-explain sa'yo, ganito dapat, I think you can improve on this and that. Pero, madalas hindi Pero,
may mga job hazard pa rin na naman. Medyo sa utak, nakaka-torture sa utak. Lalo na pag nasa management side ka na. Yung biglang mag-MC. Kailangan maghanap ng tao bigla. Nakaka-torture sa utak yan. Medical or sick leave.
Certificate actually, pero ang tawag dito MC, paramedical leave yun.
Sick leave sa Pinas, yung bigla na lang last minute, lalo na pag operation time na talagang yung pitpitan, biglang magsasabi na hindi makakapasok. Kasi may ganito, ganyan, yan yung mga problema. Tapos yung...
Hindi pwede mag-work from home.
Tapos yung biglang na okay na yung plano mo, nasa momentum ka na, biglang magre-resign. Yan, marami ditong ganyan yung they don't care. So,
I think kaya rin gusto ng ibang local employers yung mga Pilipino na nakapass.
yes.
Kasi they can't just do that because they will lose their job immediately, 'di ba? So
Kaya ang hirap talagang ang hirap kumuha ng tao ngayon kasi lalo na yung mga PR, Singaporean, long-term pass kasi pwede sila kasi agad pag hindi nila nagustuhan or kung may hindi sila nagustuhan or biglang dinagdagan mo yung trabaho nila, aalis talaga sila bigla. Nang ganun-ganun lang basta-basta.
Yeah. I think that's gonna be a long topic because a lot of the even in my workplace, a lot of them are just quitting straight I only have I want to quit after a week, yung mga ganyan. So that's gonna be another job hazard. Ano po ba mga job hazard? Something that you're aware of?
Yun lang naman sa akin sa side ko Sa side ko yun lang.
Okay. Yeah, sa akin.
Hindi ko alam sa side nila Ate B.
Oo. Siguro mas maraming job hazard. Pero yun nga, sana I think ang job hazard naman is everywhere at ibang-iba yung job hazard.
Iba-iba lang siguro sa field.
Iba-iba sa field, tsaka iba-iba sa iba-ibang bansa. So, as an overseas Filipino worker, you have to make sure na you are you know the rules, you know like what are the do's and don'ts in the country, at saka sa trabaho mo. Because if not, it's gonna be harder for you. Baka mamaya mapulis ka pa, and all. Kasi kunwari doon sa away na yun, sa'yo naman, I was just trying to mitigate the situation. I was just like trying to help ang kababayan, ganyan. Tapos yun pala, ikaw na yung maapektuhan. Kasi nga, nung may ginawa ka, hinawakan mo siya or something.
Kaya kailangan niyo talagang malaman ng rules ng kung nasan man kayong bansa.
Oo. At saka
yung naalala mo ba yung may isang nurse dito way back, I think 2016. Is it 2016?
Yung nagreklamo siya?
Hindi, na nag-post siya sa Facebook.
Oo, yun nga. Nag-post siya sa Facebook. Tapos,
Facebook.
may comment siya, may feedback siya about locals.
Hindi, abot sa gobyerno.
Okay.
That time, abot sa gobyerno. Ngayon nabasa. Automatic.
Automatic.
Sinend siya. Sinend siya.
Saan siya sinend?
Papinas.
Okay.
Sinend siya pa ba?
Uwi siya, ganyan. Yun nga. So, pinost lang yun. I think, nagreklamo siya tungkol sa gobyerno, pero may feedback siya tungkol sa mga lokal. Parang generalize niya na ganyan. So, yun, naalala ko yun, yung nurse yun.
Nurse.
Tapos, napauwi siya ng Pilipinas. Yun, yung mga ganun.
Misconduct ata yung nangyari.
We have to be very careful kasi lahat naman tayo dito, we're trying to survive.
Sasabihin ko din sa inyo, democratic country pa rin ang Singapore. Pero hindi siya kagaya ng Pinas na hayaan lang kayong gawin yung gusto nyo.
Yes. Correct. Kasi laging sinasabi ng mga lokal, freedom is only given to those who know how to follow rules.
Yes.
Kasi kung hindi ka marunong mag-follow ng rules, kung lagi kang nagne-negotiate na maging exception to the rule, sabi niya, you shouldn't be free. Diba? So, kasi wala ka ring respect eh. So, I mean, if you really live in this country, you will see how different it is in the Philippines. At that's also the reason why we are experiencing a very safe environment. Diba?
That's why this country is also expensive. Because you're paying for the
safety. Yes. Correct. Okay.
Talking points card?
Yes, let's do that. Okay. Couples. Okay. Let's see ang yellow.
Let's just do every color. Ano parang
sorry. Bahala ka kung alin ang gusto mong part.
Ikaw na lang. Go.
Hindi ako marunong anong tawag dito, cards. Kaya kung ano-ano na lang. What's something I do all the time that drives you nuts?
Eating
Eating talaga lagi.
Onion and garlic.
Grabe ka. Masarap kasi yung garlic.
Sa labas.
Okay. Tsaka yung garlic kasi it's good for your health.
Tapos pagbalik mo dito.
Hoy, don't get me started. Ako, alam ko. Yung pagpupuyat ng cellphone. Kasi yung tipong talagang alas 2, alas 3 nagsi-cellphone. At pag nakita mo yung phone niya, ang ginagawa lang niya ay maglaro. It's just, it's getting your sleep. It's stealing your sleep. Okay, red. Red is fun and random.
I'll take one.
Okay.
When you die, what do you want? What do you want to be remembered for when you die?
I think I want to be remembered as someone who believed in dreams. Yes. So everything, ever since I was a child, I remember what my dad used to say. He said, everything that's thinkable is possible. Everything that possible exists. And everything that exists, no matter what it is, makes a difference. Alam ko hindi sa kanya yun. Pero yun yung paulit-ulit.
Kala ko, sabi ng dati mo, lahat ng nakikita mo dyan, nasisinaga ng araw. Atin yan.
Akala ko hindi atin yan. No, pero totoo, na parang, kapag naisip mo, kung pinangarap mo, naisip mo, posible. Okay, let's try it out. Tapos, medyo magaling kasi akong mag-convince ng sarili ko, yung magbago ng story sa utak ko, na parang, if it doesn't work out, I think it's just not meant for me. I'm meant for something else. Let's open the other door, ganyan. So, yun. How about you?
Ako, simple lang. A friend to all. Napakasimple. Kasi yun lang naman yun. Yun naman ako eh.
Kaya hindi kami makalipat ng bahay na mas maliit. Kasi
friend to all.
Friend to all siya.
Kasi pag may birthday, 80 ka tao dumadating.
Tapos, pupunta kayo Singapore, sige, sa bahay na lang kayo matulog. Yung ganyan.
But it's nice.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice to have everybody around. Yes. Okay, next one. So that's fun and random. do this.
The green color?
The green one.
Okay. What's this?
Green is engaged or newlyweds.
Okay. If you had an extra 100 to spend on yourself every week, what would you do?
Extra 100. Oh my God.
Don't get me started, bro.
Wow. No, I always do this actually kahit pero nag-hoard ako nung December. I buy audiobooks.
Oh,
Yes.
audiobook.
Kasi tinatry ko na mag-multitask every time. So, I always travel for work. Tapos parang siguro nasanay ako na when you're with the kids, you're doing this and then you're thinking about work. Like, alam mo yun, yung mental load mo, sobrang dami. Kasi kapag nagta-travel ka, parang, you can't hold on to your laptop, ganyan-ganyan. So, while walking, while traveling, I listen to a podcast or like an audiobook. Yes.
Ako? Kagaya nung mga ginagawa ko pag nagbubukas ako ng cellphone. Nagtitingin ako sa Shopee ng mga buting-ting.
Oo nga,
Ano
tapos
ba yan,
may
diba?
darating.
Tapos may mga darating, tapos makita ko may drill na ako dyan. Mga ganun. Siguro yung mga ganun, yung mga ginagamit sa bahay.
Oo.
Pero kasi yung 100, hindi ka kasya dito eh.
Correct. Hindi ka kasi sa mga sombrero.
Sa sombrero,
Pero
sapatos eh.
the interesting part is, it really shows our personality. Kasi ikaw, lagi mo yung, kumbaga, meron kang, kapag may extra time ka, you actually do it. Nakikita ko kasi nakikita ko yung cart ko. Kunwari, minsan, may mga bago naka-add to cart na parang ako, hindi ko naman to inad. Ganyan. But, I only do it in may period ako. Napansin mo, may in the past 2 days, 3 days, lagi akong busy. Tapos lagi kita may message na, Dad, yung OTP, please.
Pero ikaw kasi bumibili ka.
Oo, yun nga. Pero parang at that moment, hindi ako yung maya, hindi maya, parang every time you're
Ako kasi
free.
pag nakakaisip ako na halimbawa, nakita ko yung pinto, ay, sira.
Oo.
Ay, sira. Ano
tapos
kayang maganda dito? Tapos mag-iisip ako. Kasi i-add to cart ko. Pero hindi ko naman binibili. I-add to cart ko lang.
Oo, yun. So,
Isipin mo
it
yung
also
drill.
shows the
Isipin mo yung
personality.
drill na electric drill, di ba? Ilang buwan ko yung tinasabi sa'yo? Almost 6 months.
Oo.
Di ba? Tsaka ko lang
after
nabili
6 months.
after, di ba?
Yun nga, pero ano rin yun, parang yun yung behavior namin ng shopping actually. Like, I only shop, kunwari, once, tapos bibiling ko yung sapatos na gusto ko, tapos I only have like a few pairs. Ganun lang. Di ba?
Oo,
Ganun ako. Tapos yung damit,
oo.
ganun. Yun. So, ganun talaga yung shopping behavior namin. And we're totally different. And I think that's how our marriage works. Kasi we accepted that we are two different personalities. Okay. This one is
Longevity?
long-time couples. Questions for long-time couples. Okay.
Sobra.
Which one?
If you have children, how good a job do you think you are doing at raising them?
Oh.
If you have children,
How good you are.
How good a job do you think you are doing at raising them?
I think I'm failing.
No, it's okay for us. I think because it's hard,
hard.
doing a lot of things at the same time. You know,
I think every parent will always say that
Yeah.
they feel like they're failing at being a parent.
at some point, yes.
Tapos
Yeah.
diba, you remember we watched Nobody.
Yeah.
No, tapos parang may part doon na sinabi niya na I just want at kinakausap niya yung anak niya. Tapos sabi niya, I want you to be better
Yeah,
than your
better
old
than-
man.
yeah.
Tapos parang
I
lagi
think
siya
every
nag-worry.
parents naman.
Every parent, whenever, especially if they're self-aware dun sa mga bagay na kunwari, kung isa akong politiko at part ako ng, anong tawag dun? Yung case ngayon sa Pinas, yung mga nagkurakot. Part ako ng
Flood control.
issue na yan.
Ano yun?
Self-aware ako.
Sabi ko,
Tapos,
yung nakaraan, kasi yung tatay ko, hindi tinapos yung project. Pero may budget. Dahil gusto ko siya malagpasan, kukuha ako ng budget, pero hindi ko talaga ipapatayo. Ganon. Para malagpasan mo.
no.
Ganon.
So, ikaw self-aware ka na, ako yung kurakot. So, I want my kids to be
be
better. More kurakot. Oh my God, this is going nowhere. Okay.
Yun nga, no?
Oo, di ba? Parang self-aware ka. So, lagi mong pinipilit na parang, I don't want the kids to be like me.
Kagaya ko, sabi ko nga.
Yung
Diba?
sinasabi mo, I don't want the kids to be chefs.
Yeah. Which is true. Kasi kung papapagdaanan nila yung, which is okay lang din naman. Kasi it make me strong. Kasi sa mga nangyari, sa mga pinagdaanan na trabaho ko, naging magdiskarte ako, diba? Pero if there's an easy way for them, or shortcut,
You don't choose easy, Dad.
makarating sila doon na same result naman, 'di ba? Why not, 'di ba? So,
Yeah.
as a parents naman, ayaw natin na mahihirapan yung mga anak.
Oo, I mean, yun pa rin yung big picture.
Yun eh.
But
Oo.
we know, we have to remind ourselves that hardships, all of the sacrifices, make them a better character, make them a better individual. So we don't choose easy, Daddy. It's not. Okay, one more.
One more.
What is that?
Is there something that you would like to change about me?
Oh, nothing. Meron. Huwag ka lang mag-cellphone nang hindi ka na natutulog. Yun. Kasi I know.
I think ako
as parents,
I think we're balanced naman.
Yeah. Tsaka as parents kasi, but I understand. Because I know as parents, you feel, as parents and also like, at work, diba? You're overworked na. Tapos,
Hindi naman ako overwork.
hindi ba?
Over.
You're working. Tapos,
Yeah, tapos kasi,
gusto mo lang nang ma-relax.
Alam mo naman dito sa bahay, at nandito rin ako sa bahay, gumagana pa rin.
You
Yun
have-
lang ang ko ngayon, hindi pa rin ako mapakali pag nasa bahay na ako.
Dad, but you have to remember
I know.
the health and all. At yun nga yung priority mo this year, di
Oo nga pala.
ba? Go back to our episode last time.
yeah,
And then you'll understand, you'll remember.
So you guys need to remember that, ha?
Yes.
Yung mga New Year's resolution nyo, hindi lang yung basta sa isang araw ng January. The whole year yun.
Diba? Health.
Health, yeah.
Let's make sure we are healthy. And sleep is very, very important. I'm also struggling.
Better together.
I only sleep like 4 to 5
Okay.
hours. I have to have 7 hours of sleep. What is the one thing about me that I see as a flaw but you absolutely love?
Wow.
Wow. You absolutely love. Ganun dapat.
Sige, ikaw muna.
Bakit ako? Ako ngayon nagtanong ng
Ay,
question.
wala ka naman sinasabing na ganito ako. Hindi, ano na lang.
A flaw about you?
Oo.
That but I absolutely love. Okay, no. There's one thing that you are always annoyed with, which is yung likod mo, if it's sweaty.
Gusto mo yun?
Sinasabi ko lang na hindi ko siya gusto, pero I find it nice.
Arte.
No, kasi it talks about how particular you are. Kasi si Martin, very particular siya in certain things. Like, yung house, sobrang, every off day, binabalik-baliktad niya talaga yung bahay. Alam mo yun. Tapos, he's very particular in his things, like in his outfits, yung mga shoes niya, mga sombrero niya, ganyan. Na parang, oh, you don't wear your shoes like that. You don't do this to your hat, ganyan. Yung mga ganung bagay. Kasi ako parang, kung ano-ano lang. So, it's totally opposite of me. And I find it nice. I find it sexy.
What is the one thing about me that I see as a flaw, but you absolutely love? Wala eh.
I see as a flaw ko. Yung pagkain ko. Charot. See as a flaw, but you absolutely love.
Because when we started dating, isa sa mga common things na ginagawa natin talaga na nag-enjoy tayo is eating. Discovering foods, discovering cuisine, di ba?
Or,
That's why we travel a lot, di ba?
okay,
Hindi
fine.
naman flaw yun eh.
Oo. I see as a flaw. Yeah. I don't know. What are the flaws that I usually... That I work hard?
No.
You like it?
Because you have your target. I mean, you have your
Goals.
Di ba? So,
Okay. One last. Hindi maganda yung question.
oo,
if that's
kasi
the case.
you're perfect.
Oh,
Diba? Ay,
I am perfect. Mga kalokohan natin eh. How much space should people...
maganda to.
Oh, ito.
I like this.
Okay,
I like
question
this.
is, how much space should people in a relationship give each other?
Ito magandang tanong. Kasi, sa mga hindi nakakaalam, pagdating pa lang sa cellphone, hindi kami nagpapakialamanan ng cellphone. So, may boundaries. So, pero nandun yung trust. Tapos,
Nandun din yung mistrust.
hindi
In the
yung
back of
mistrust.
your head, I know yung girls, parang isip, ano kayong, medyo curious ako kung
Kasi
ano.
ano na siya, nag-mistrust na siya dati, kaso Sulen nga yung nakita niya. So, hindi na siya umulit. Diba? Oo. Ako, pagdating sa, sabi niya, space sa relationship, ako naman, I trust her. So, yung space, pag humihingi siya ng,
Hindi ako humingi ng
humihingi ng space eh. Kasi, hinahayaan naman kita eh. Di ba?
Yes.
Because I trust you. Basta, ang sa akin lang kasi, because most of the time she's traveling. So, I just want her to always update me pag pauwi na siya. Usually, pag pauwi lang or paalis. Kasi I need to track her Grab. Di ba?
No, but I think it talks about you as well. Kaya nga sinasabi natin, don't be in a relationship or don't be in a marriage if you're not healed, if you're not ready, or if you're not confident about yourself yet. Diba? Because if you're not confident, marami kang insecurities. All the insecurities will actually show in how you treat your partner. So if you want respect, of course, you have to respect your partner. And trust goes both ways. So I really believe that it depends on the maturity and confidence.
Ang nakakatuwa pa sa amin kasi, pag every time na, kahit nung wala pa kami anak kasal pa lang kami, every time na lumalabas kami, magbabar kami, nagpapaalam ako sa kanya, nagpapaalam pa talaga ako sa kanya. Pero ang lagi ko lang dala nun, $50.
Oh.
Di ba?
Oo.
$50. Pero nagpapaalam ako.
Pero yung paalam na nagsasabi lang, pero hindi niya kailangang hintayin kung yes or no ako. Parang, by the way, ganyan. So, it also shows na we trust each other with our decisions. Diba?
Basta lang, ang sa akin lang, basta, yung pauwi, tsaka paalis, magsabi. Kasi yun yung mas delikadong part eh. Kasi nag-grab kasi siya, or ang tawag din sa Indonesia?
Nag-gojek.
Nag-gojek siya. So, alam ko kung matitrace ko. Kasi mahirap na sa panahon ngayon kasi.
Na hindi mo alam.
Pero yung mga kagaya ng party, wala kaming issue sa mga ganun.
Tsaka I tell stories after. So, kunwari, nawala ako ng buong gabi.
Ibig sabihin nun, sumukan na siya dun sa kama. Mga ganong kwento.
Tapos ako, Dad, alam mo, ako dun sa kama. Kaya hindi ako nakapag-message. Yung mga ganyan. Kadiri yung suka. But, I think for us, minsan sa parenting, we need a break. We need some space. So minsan, alam mo yun, one Sunday, we talk to each other and we're like, can we not be parents today? Can we stop being parent today? Ganyan. Tapos parang, can we just be friends with them? Let's not be parents. Yun, yung mga ganun lang. Pero, yeah, we don't really have...
Kasi isipin nyo, yung relasyon nyo dapat magaan lang. Magaan lang. Kasi, pag yung kasi yung pinagsisimulan ng away yung mga ganun
Yeah. I remember, meron akong super ideal para sa akin, na ex-boyfriend, naalala mo yun. Tapos, when I assess it, parang imaginein mo kung magiging husband mo to, what will be your day-to-day. Ganun yung tinanong ko sa sarili ko. And I felt so tired. Kasi I felt the pressure. I felt na I always have to curl my hair. Alam mo yun? I always have to have my best foot forward. I mean, I'm not saying that I'm not being the best in front of him, but I mean, you have to be very comfortable to reach like whatever you're trying to reach, diba?
Yung tatagilid ka na lang sa sobrang komportable, tatagilid ka na, utot ka. Yung ganun komportable.
Yes. Okay.
This is our episode for today. I hope you enjoy your
kwentuhan
at kulitan, yung balitaktakan tungkol sa mga hazardous environment, sa ating mga trabaho. At sana maging ligtas kayo.
Yes.
At para hindi nyo na maranasan yung mga hazard na yan.
Yes. At para sa ating mga Pilipino, we always care for others. We are naturally giver. But we hope that you also think about yourself when you do things, especially kung wala kayo sa Pilipinas, because the rules are different, so you have to play by the rules.
And you always need to remember, pag nasa ibang bansa kayo, hindi pwede makiusap dahil rules are rules.
Yes.
Okay?
Most of the time. Yeah. Yes. Okay. Thank you for listening. Thank you for your time. And we will see you again in our next kwentuhan
dito lang sa
Hoy,
Aba Teka.